aphrodisiacs, our favorite things to do. We got our weekly nutritionist Karen Ann Gaiman and sex therapist Shelley Varrode talking about aphrodisiacs. Hello.
Hi.
We've been planning this for months.
Yes,
and we finally made it happen. Okay. First, I want to just first of all ask: is it true, or is it just a placebo that there are foods that actually are aphrodisiacal? Is that the word? What's the aphrodisiacal?
Well, if you want it to be true, it will be true. But scientifically speaking, no. There is no evidence that any food, not even chocolate or ginger or watermelon, that is also known, will actually increase your libido. However, there is a reason they mention this, especially the items that we have here today, that they may rise your libido. Some of it, and this is why Karen is here today to talk about the nutritional value, will increase your blood flow, and I like how they add to the parts.
To the female private parts.
Blood flow, but also about chocolate. There was some research saying that women who eat chocolate at least once a day are more active as far as...
Maybe just because they're wired from the caffeine. I don't know. Tell us. So, okay, is there some kind of...
Yeah, something in the chocolate.
Serotonin, something that's... goes down there. I don't know.
You always know the answer. So like Shelley said, they may or may not increase the libido. However, if they don't, you might as well be healthier. So dark chocolate not only makes you more active and then more up for romance, it also has a lot of antioxidants that actually help you feel better. And also the sugar in the chocolate, even just a little, helps create serotonin in the brain, which also elevates your mood. So you might be more physically active and also more happy.
But this is like if it's over on a consistent basis. Like, this isn't like, okay, I have a guy coming over, I'm just going to have a whole thing of this chocolate and
that's
hopes of it.
That's a great question. So actually, this is a question for Shelley. Like, when would you recommend specifically chocolate?
If you want to, get lucky and a guy's coming over that night, you have the chocolate in the morning.
So should he have the chocolate or should you have the chocolate? That's the question.
I would say take it for the foreplay. This is where I believe psychology behind food. Like, take the chocolate, melt it, work with it in bed, create some sexy environment, sensual environment, strawberries, wine, whipped cream. I'm talking about the foreplay. This is where I said, this is where you can benefit.
When you play with it, it's not about eating it.
It's just playing with it.
Right.
It's kind of like, children that do food play, so it's adult food play. And also, like Shelley says, it has to do a lot with psychology. So we know that food and emotions and psychology all go together. So even if you believe it will get you in the mood, it probably will. So Shelley, I want you to explain a little bit about clams, because this is a really odd choice of food.
Yes. What's behind the clams?
People in America eat this. I know we don't see it very much here. This is, it's not exactly kosher, but still, like oysters, clams. Wow!
People love it because they say it's not, again, it's healthy, but it's the way you eat it is very sensual.
That's why.
The way you open it. The way
flash dance.
I don't want to seduce anybody.
Remember the flash dance scene?
Exactly. So
yes.
And also 9.5 weeks, the movie, it will show you how to play with food and make it very sexy and sensual, and you're definitely not going to forget that one when you're with your partner.
So that's awesome. And by the way, while you're seducing your partner or us here in the studio, Shelley, clams are also rich with iodine, which are really important, especially for women, for the thyroid. And it's really like fish. And so if you do like to eat clams and you do, you have the kosher issue, then they are recommended also health-wise. So that's a win-win situation. You get to be sensual and also you get to be healthy.
Now, what about other ways of just sensuality, like not just with food?
Exactly. Sensuality is senses. Use everything you can, the way what you see and turns you on.
We can eat now. Keep talking. Go ahead. Yes.
What you hear and turns you on. That's why I always say use everything, not just touch. Touch, we know that it can increase your libido, but also food. Some items are very essential for some people. Chocolate, as we mentioned, work on the same pleasure area in the brain. That's why I think so many people attach it to something sexual.
And you can also play with the textures of the food itself. For example, you went straight for this type of chocolate, which you can really play with, and it's more rounded.
What does it say about me?
That would be a good question.
I'm not going to say another one.
I'm not going to say
how you eat your food.
We're going to send you a proper report after and tell you exactly.
Who's going to eat the clam? Who's going to eat the clam?
No. There's certain things that we say for our partners. But then again, if you don't like this type of texture, then you could just use this. And like Shelly says, it's really complementary.
And heat and cold, you know, temperature, things with the right temperature. There was actually a lot of research saying that when you drink something hot before you meet someone, you think they're very warm and nice. And the opposite, when you actually have something cold and you see a person, you say, oh, they were not so nice, they're a little bit cold. It really affects how you feel, your mood, and of course your sexuality.
So maybe let's talk about teas. If you have someone over here and it's like, you want to, would you like some tea with ginger? Or like, is that a good little?
I think it would.
It's awesome, but also, did you know that it's really nice and common, especially in Europe, to drink hot wine with ginger? They really complement each other. Yes, and then if you give your partner
red or white?
Normally it's red. Red is the more like it's heavier wine, so it's better to warm. And then you also have a little bit alcohol in it, because when you warm up wine, the alcohol goes. And then my partner might think that I'm hot, like Shelly says, and then he's maybe going to be more into the mood. So I think that would be a good idea.
Yes.
I love it. And we have to do a study. You know, there's so many. Why not just start our own here of a study of like just putting people. You're going to do it on your show.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. So you know what? For next time, Shelly's going to go here and ask.
We got to do this again. All right, we got to go. We got to go. Even though we can talk about this forever, so we got to come up with another synergy. Thanks, girls.